I may need to get up and get more wine. Because, skin of evil.
I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I could be like one of those background guys on the bridge who just always happen to be there and slide into position as soon as somebody calls for an away team.
Yeah. I think that might have to happen. Because this episode was terrible. It was the most boring of, I think, the first season. It held my interest for none of it. And my favorite character got taken out. I knew Tasha Yar was going to die. I've been alive for 29 years in the United States, and I enjoy nerd things. I knew she was going to die. And I knew a little bit that it wasn't going to be good.
No.
I just didn't expect her to be taken out by a shitty tar monster. Like, I understand what they were going for. That character deaths are not always a big dramatic moment in a series. That for someone who's a security officer, it's a risk that she willingly took, and it's something that just happens.
Well, I mean, she is essentially, a red shirt. Yeah, like she's in charge of the red shirts.
Yeah.
From the original series.
The ultimate red shirt.
Yeah. Can't be red shirts and I guess yellow shirts now. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, and that's how, if this was, the original series, it would be Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and Lieutenant Smitty beaming down to the planet. And who's gonna be beaming back up. And that was kind of like this. It was, was Riker, Dr. Crusher, Data, and Tasha Yar.
Yeah.
They should have sent Ensign Smitty.
It's just that... I don't know. It should have been a moment, I feel like, and it wasn't.
I understand what you're going for. Since she is in the, opening credits every week.
And she's in the opening credits for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's kind of a burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the goddamn tar monster.
Like, motherfucker's bored, so he just decides to screw with the Enterprise? I don't...
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of like, what Q was going for, too, but...
Yeah, but Q at least has an intellectual curiosity.
And a personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't just a, I don't know,
shitty tar monster?
Yeah, trash bag man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He's almost like the trash lady from the Fraggles.
I don't know about that.
Trash lady was awesome. This guy sucked, but...
Well, she wasn't really made up of bags, though.
No, she was not made of trash bags.
It looks like he was made of trash bags.
He does. Like, dripping trash bags. Yeah. And there was no point to the episode. There was, like, nothing about it. I thought it was really boring and awful.
I didn't think it was as bad as Symbiosis, but...
I think it was worse. Symbiosis, at least... although Symbiosis was another example of the characters not recognizing when people were acting super shifty.
That's true. A lot of stuff goes right over their heads.
Yeah, a lot.
But...
Tasha Yar's dead, and it was a total waste.
She had a good funeral, though. Or
she
eulogy.
did. She did.
I always liked that.
Yeah, she did. But her death was a waste.
I agree.
I think it could have been a moment of raising the stakes on the show. That a title character could bite it in the first season. So that means that anyone is at stake.
It's almost Whedon-esque.
Yeah. But when Joss kills someone... there is a gravity behind it.
Yeah.
And there's no gravity.
Yeah, absolutely not.
None. It was just, she's dead.
Yeah. And I don't believe they mention her at all for the rest of the season.
No.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Pretty sad.
Anyway.
So, we'll always have Paris.
Next episode.
Yes.
It's,
I kind of liked this one.
I did too. It was very, wibbly-wobbly.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah.
But I think it called back to the Binar episode, because in that, Riker and Picard have a conversation about personal connections and what that can do to your career, and what that, not necessarily what that can do to your career, but how you have to weigh what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a relationship, or do you want to be a captain? And in this episode, we find out what Picard gave up to be a captain.
Yeah.
He gave up Michelle Phillips from the Mamas and Papas.
Yeah. But more of the synopsis. They're flying to. I mean, we
I always forget about synopsis.
Yeah, I know. They're flying to a planet where they find this doctor who has been doing wibbly wobbly, timey wimey experiments, and it's starting to screw with the space time continuum or something. And
he finds multiple dimensions.
Oh, that's what it was. Multiple dimensions.
Yeah. So it's not just it's how time and space interact.
Yeah.
Which has come up before in that episode with the charlatan guy who was upgrading the systems.
Oh, with the Traveler?
Yeah, with the Traveler.
Okay. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah, oh yeah, because they open the doors of the turbo lift, and they see themselves getting into the turbo lift, which was pretty good.
Yeah, and trying to figure out which one was the real, not the real them, but them who could continue on.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
The whole 3 datas when he beams down to the lab where all the...
That was adorable. Which one of us is in the correct space-time continuum?
Yeah.
Oh, it's me! It's me!
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Data's like a first grader.
And,
Yeah, well, they figure out the space-time continuum problem and solve the glitch, and the space guy gets better. But the really important part of the story was Picard and Michelle Phillips.
Yeah. It almost feels like, I don't know, back in the day, when Picard was a dashing young officer.
Who looked exactly the same as he does right now.
Well, I mean, because Patrick Stewart never ages.
He does not age.
I mean, he doesn't.
No.
But, like, back in the day, maybe he was, like, Captain Kirk,
Yeah.
And, this is, now that he's, sort of, I guess, middle-aged and, been an officer for a while, and he's already had his own command and stuff. It's almost like this was, like, one of his past, like, transgressions keep, like, catching up with him,
Yeah,
and
leaving the girl at the cafe.
Yeah, and that's something that really, like, Kirk never really experiences. Well, mainly because he's so young in the... the original series.
He's not old enough to have regrets.
Yeah, pretty much. They get into that in the movies, but now that I think about it, I'm contradicting myself.
Well, you contain multitudes.
I do. Thank you.